Storytelling is a tool that everyone, leaders especially, should be constantly sharpening. Everyone should get better at this skill, and it takes practice and consistency to be a good storyteller. Hello everyone, Robert here, and you are watching Frame 316 Media. How do you master the art of storytelling? Coming up on this video. Your goal is to cut through the noise, meaning what everyone is talking about in your space, in your church, in your group. You need to find a way to get everyone's attention by being different and remarkable. It is not about having the fanciest language, it's all about clarity. Humans tell stories every day, and only those who have a sense of connection to the storyteller will listen to these stories. And you won't get this when you treat people as customers, executives, or investors. Scrap the label, connect and communicate as humans. Plain and simple. A lot of the success stories that we know started with an origin story, an underdog story, and the process of winning, becomes more interesting if it's relatable. And anything that wins has heroes. Your role is to find that hero and find people who can relate to this hero's journey. But how do you master this art? First, ask yourself what makes you excited to talk to other people. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there who will have that human excitement talking about we are the best in the market, being around for 30 years now, we know it all and we are good. You need to be completely hedonistic to do this properly and get away with it. I mean, you can, but would people care? The best stories we know from our childhood were told with excitement because it relates to us as listeners. So, when you want to be a great storyteller, find your story that will really get you up on your feet. Look for what surprises and delights. That's how we figure out what's sticky and resonating. You can actually practice doing this when you're working on a project. Ask a friend or a colleague and tell your story. Don't share data, verbalize your story because there's no reason to get stuck. You can redo it again and again. That is where the fun and the authenticity of your story comes across. Then find a very powerful opening. The opening should not be accurate nor complete. This is the part where the audience will ask why, and it will give them enough reason to listen to your story. Next, bring your audience into the story. It's one thing to share a story, and it's another thing to be generous about that experience to your listeners. It means you will take your audience on a journey, create drama, not the forced one, but the experiential drama that would make them either nod or shake their head in disbelief or surprise. Example, your story in simple terms can sound like, I went to the market the other day and this is what happened. A better version of this will be, imagine being in that store and you see the person holding that pack of soda and seemingly wanting to celebrate his life right there. Stick to your point, never miss the opportunity to tell your audience the point of why you are telling the story, and try to use signals when you want your audience to feel a certain way. Example, this is the part where I am really puzzled. If you want your audience to feel the same intrigue, you can say that. Emphasize your expertise without saying you are an expert. You can say, this is where a lot of our clients find it hard to create compelling content for their brand. This makes your audience interested to hear your ideas about this topic. And if you're really good at what you're doing, your story will flow naturally. One more thing you need to learn to master the art of storytelling is by learning how to be persuasive. When you tell a story, you believe in one thing. How do you make others join you in this belief? I believe videos are the best way to market your business. So, in most of my storytelling scenarios, I would persuade brands that this is the case. Those who join me end up being clients. Many people, given the opportunity to get in front of an important audience, think they need to say it all. They pack their presentation with all the selling points that they can think of, but that would be your worst nightmare. It's just wrong. The people you talk to can hardly remember what you tried to fit in an hour of presentation. But how do you make your stories remarkable? Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Talk about your failure. This is one of the most powerful things you can do because it will show that you're genuine. This builds trust, and trust is ground zero of getting anything done for someone else. By talking about your failures, people will find it easier to connect with you. They will have an easier time believing what you say, and it also gives people permission to take risks in their own work. Lastly, you won't be a master of something if you are not willing to try new things. I hope you have a clear plan on what you need to do to become a great storyteller. Take action and allow yourself to go through that process of discovering your potential to grow your business, to grow your influence by becoming a great storyteller. If you're getting any value out of this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you will not miss out on the videos like this in the future. It's time to go to work. It's your time to grow. Thank you for watching and see you in my next videos.